Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about my 2016 booktube and reading goals, and I know you guys really wanted me to do this video after I had posted, what was it, my favorite books of 2015 video. I asked you guys if you'd like to see a goal video for the year, and a bunch of you guys said yes, of course, and here I am today making the video for you guys, so I'm just going to get on started and tell you about my goals. First off, of course, I have my Goodreads reading goal of the year. Last year my reading goal was to read 85 books, and I failed and I read 73. And it honestly didn't bother me because about halfway through the year I was like, why did I make my goal 85? That was a dumb idea, it's stupid. And this year I made my goal 50. Last year I was in this really weird mindset where I was like, oh, I need to keep reading more books every single year and keep expanding how many books I read. And honestly I'm kind of upset that I did that to myself because I feel like 50 is so much more tangible. When you set yourself with such a high reading goal, you start to get stressed. You're like, oh my god, I haven't read the book, I'm 3 books behind. Goodreads like tells you when you're behind schedule and you're like, I'm getting behind schedule, and it starts to stress you out. And I do not want to be stressed out about the books that I'm reading for fun. I think that is just incredibly dumb and I do not want to be stressed out this year. So I made my goal 50. I also did this just so I could give myself a little bit of wiggle room, say that I have so much work I need to get done or I'm just in a huge reading slump. I don't want to put so much pressure on myself this year. And last year there was some books that I really wanted to read, but I was quite intimidated by their size and I was held back from reading them because I thought it'll take me forever to read this book and I'll be too behind on my Goodreads goal. And I do not want to have that problem this year. I just want to have time to kind of read at a slower pace, kind of enjoy the books more that I'm reading. Last year I just kind of started reading random books that were short and I just wanted to get done so that I could try to finish my goal, and that's not the point of reading books. I want to be able to read books that I enjoy and I really want to get into and, explore. So yeah, this year I decided to make my goal 50, and who knows, I might read so much more than 50 or I might read less, so we will see at the end of the year, I guess. But yeah, 50 books for 2016. And that kind of ties in with my second goal, which I already slightly touched on, but to read at a comfortable pace. Last year I was just rushing through books. This year I kind of just want to take my time, read the book, give it some love, and then move on to another book. So reading at a comfortable pace I think is definitely a good skill to practice, so I'm excited about that this year. Next reading goal is something that I need to do, and that is to buy less books that I have not ever heard of. Mostly meaning to stop going on Book Outlet every week. I have such a problem where I will either go to Barnes & Noble or I'll go on the website or I'll go to Book Outlet or Book Depository or whatever it is, and I'll just search and I'll be like, ooh, this book seems interesting, add to cart. Ooh, this book looks fun, add to cart. Ooh, this book might be good, add to cart. And I have never heard of them. I've never even looked at them, and then I go on Goodreads and they've got like a 2-star rating. They're not a great book. Nobody's ever recommended them to me, but I thought the story kind of seemed interesting, so I decided to buy it. I have so many books on my shelf that I will probably not read because I've tried to and I couldn't get into it, and I was like, wow, why did I buy this book? It was such a waste of money, and then I donate them, which is fine. I just really need to be more conscious about my book buying. Last year I know everybody was like, I'm gonna buy less books, and I did not make that a goal. I was just kind of like, this is my year to expand my shelf, and you know what? I have more books than the average 18-year-old girl, I will admit it. And I would never change the fact that I have a bajillion books. I love my books, I love my bookshelf, but I think this year I just kind of want to focus more on buying new releases from authors that I love, or books that I've just heard tons and tons of hype on Booktube, books that you guys have recommended me, all that kind of stuff. Which leads me into my next goal, which is to read more books that you guys recommend me. I get like 10 recommendations every single day from you guys. Either it's on Goodreads or a YouTube comment or my Twitter. I get so many recommendations, sometimes 10, sometimes 20, sometimes 50. I get so many recommendations every single day, and sadly I can never get to any of them because I'm just kind of like, oh yeah, I'll check it out, and then I add it to my Goodreads pile of like books I want to read, and then I just kind of have a bajillion books. If people are watching my videos because they like my book taste, they probably have similar book tastes to me, so when people recommend me books, I will probably like them because we probably share some favorites. So I just really want to start reading more books that you guys personally recommend me, because I know that you guys are recommending them to me because I will love them. So I feel like I just need to get going with that because I really don't read enough of the books that get recommended to me from you guys, so I need to start doing that. Next goal is something that I had on my list last year and I didn't really follow through with much, and that is to read more audiobooks. I think last year I just made it a goal to read a audiobook, which I did, but I feel like I haven't really taken full advantage of this whole audiobook thing. I can listen to books while I'm cleaning, while I'm in my car, while I'm getting ready in the morning. There's so many different times of day where you can't sit and physically read a book, but you can listen to one, and I have not taken advantage of that yet. I just feel like I need to get more into audiobooks. I know some people like strictly read audiobooks, and I don't think I'll ever be one of those types of people, but I feel like I could listen to a couple here and there and I would really enjoy them. So I definitely want to try and get some more audiobooks this year, listen to them, and I of course will let you guys know how that goes, but that's definitely on my list. Another goal I have is to read more books that are on my shelf. I have so many books, I can't even count, so many, and so many that I have not read that I bought during the year of 2015, even 2014 and probably 13, and I just need to get to them. I need to read them before I buy more books. I need to read the books on my shelf because I was excited about them at one point. I have to be excited about them again. So definitely reading more books on my shelf. I need to do that really bad. So those are basically all of my reading goals for the year. Now I'm going to get into my booktube goals of the year. My first booktube goal is to make more book talks. And I believe I did make it a goal last year to kind of start doing more book talks, and I think I really did. I did a good amount of book talks last year compared to the year before at least, and I really love doing book talks. Book talks can be a little bit difficult for me, honestly. I have trouble retaining all of the information from a book that I've read. One, because I read pretty fast. I will read like a 400-page book in a span of 2 days, and then it all feels like a blur and I can't remember exactly everything in that book, so it's hard for me to nitpick it apart and kind of talk about it and be articulate while talking about it. So that is something that I really need to work on. I kind of want to start being more conscious while reading and kind of note-taking maybe, and putting like sticky notes and all that kind of stuff so I can have more prepared and informative book talks for you guys this year. My book talks are some of my most proud videos. I just think so much work goes into them, you know, the whole planning of the book talk. Like a video like this or a tag video, there isn't much effort that goes in. I can basically just sit down and kind of start talking. For book talks, you do kind of have to be more prepared for the video, and I like the process of preparing and note-taking and all that kind of stuff, so I really want to do more book talks. And also you guys request me to do book talks. Every time I read a book, someone's like, can you do a book talk on that? So I really need to get on it. I can't promise you guys that I'm going to do book talks for every single book that I read, but if you guys are watching this video in current time, like sometime in early January, I will have book talks up soon on the Did I Mention I Love You series by Estelle Mascom. So many of you guys have been asking me about that, and I will have book talks up for those. Also, the Lex series by Jennifer L. Armentrout, I'm going to have 3 book talks about that series out very soon. I also might have a book talk on Before by Anna Todd. I know so many of you guys have been asking me to do book talks for that one, so I really want to listen to you guys more and see what you guys want to see. I know I get requested for book talks all the time, so that's something I really do want to buckle down and focus on this year for my channel. And then my next and last booktube goal, I don't have many booktube goals this year, is just to create more creative content. Last year I kind of got stuck in this funk of like book talk, tag, haul, tag, book talk, and I didn't do a lot of super creative, fun content. And I know a lot of you guys probably saw my booktubeathon videos, and I loved my booktubeathon videos, my little acting skits and sketches and all that kind of stuff, and I really, really enjoyed doing those videos. So I would definitely like to provide you guys with more fun stuff like that. Also vlogs. I know a lot of you guys have been saying that you liked my vlogs, you liked my Vlogmas, and Vlogmas was fun. Vlogging is a little bit difficult for me, but I would love to be more comfortable with the whole process, so possibly doing more vlogs would be a fun thing to do, and just really anything else that I can think of that's kind of creative and out of the box. I'd be stoked if you guys shared ideas with me because I love putting out videos that you guys want to see. So yeah, I didn't really have many booktube goals for the year. I just want to do creative content and book talks. And yeah, I probably have some other ideas, you know, floating up here for goals that I want to do during the year of 2016, but these are really the most important ones that I just wanted to share with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was fun to watch, informative, maybe gave you some ideas for what your 2016 bookish goals should be. Of course, let me know all of your bookish goals in the comments down below, and if you are a booktuber, let me know your booktube goals for the year. I would love to hear all of them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you've not already, and I will talk to you guys all in my next video. Bye!